Let's talk about the importance of third places. A third place is somewhere people hang out that isn't home and isn't work, like cafes, clubs, bars, libraries, churches, parks, plazas, barbershops. You get the idea. This concept was coined by Ray Oldenburg, who described them as the anchors of communities, where relationships are formed through spontaneous conversations and art and activities. And throughout the US, we've lost them. In his book Bowling Alone, Robert Putnam noted this has been a steady decline for decades, with dropping club memberships, church attendance, and other forms of social participation. Now, the causes behind this trend are complex and have to do with technology, polarization, institutional distrust, and the splintering of Christianity as our culture's default religion. That said, it's also largely perpetuated by car-dependent suburban sprawl. You see, all cities, big and small, used to have densely populated downtowns where people experienced chance encounters and supported local businesses with foot traffic. As Euclidean zones segregated suburban housing from shopping districts, those places slowly died out. Then private companies tried to fill the void with malls as the new town square, which were dominated by big businesses. But then they started dying too when online shopping took over. So now we've lost most of our gathering places outside of major cities. The third places most suburbs have today are car-dependent convenience chains like Starbucks or lifestyle centers in some wealthier areas, which are all just consumer-centric businesses modeled after how on-the-go we've become. Plus, every town still has that one bar where everyone meets and then drunkenly drives home from. But those are often depressing too, because rather than being one of several third places, they've become the single place people go each week to escape their life's routine. Because if you have to drive over 20 minutes to and from work every day, you likely don't have the time or the energy to then drive to a third place other than maybe on a Friday night. This is why people try to replicate community online through multiplayer video games and forums and social media groups. It's also how a lot of alternative scenes for skating and music are created in the suburbs by angsty kids who carve out spaces in basements and fire halls and abandoned lots. Good third places are hard to come by today. Ones that encourage regulars to just hang out for hours, talking to strangers or reading books with little to no pressure to buy things. Or ones that don't encourage rushing out the door with mobile orders. When you build mixed-use neighborhoods that combine housing with commerce, foot traffic can support these places. Not to mention organic events pop up like block parties, barbecues, and yard sales. It's undeniable that technology has changed the ways we view community. But I don't think anything can replace the need for organic in-person connections that we get from third places. Without walkable communities, third places can't thrive. And without third places, we lose the heart of our communities.